Hello children, welcome to the science class. Today we will learn about chapter 8, Movements in Animals. So dear children, kindly open your book, page number 77. Chapter 8, Movements in Animals. Children, from this chapter we will learn about locomotion, the human skeleton system, joints, X-rays, muscles and movement in other animals. First we discuss about locomotion. What is locomotion? Locomotion is the movement of an organism from one place to another. Animals can move from one place to another, while plants cannot. Plants show limited movements such as the opening of leaves and buds. Most animals move from one place to another and they show locomotion in search of food, to stay away from danger and to find suitable place to build a habitat and bring up their young ones. Locomotion is the result of interaction and coordination between the skeletal system and the muscular system. The skeletal system is different in different kinds of animals. Different animals have different skeletal system. Humans have different skeletal system, whereas animals have different skeletal system. Then movement in humans. Humans walk upright on two legs. They can also crawl, run, hop, jump and swim. They use their arms to carry out activities such as holding, carrying things and writing. The skeletal system and the muscular system work together to accomplish these activities. Okay children. So skeletal system and muscular system, they work together. Then the human skeletal system. Now we discuss about our skeletal system. Children, bones are two types, hard bone and soft bone. The hard bones are we found in our legs part, head part, hands part. They are known as skeleton. But soft bones we found in our nose or external ear. They are known as cartilage. Cartilage is a strong elastic substance found where the two bones connect in the human body. It helps in movement. The skeleton of a human being is made up of 206 bones. So children, total number of bones in a human body is 206. A child is born with more bones which fuse together as the child grows up. So children, a child has more than 206 bones. Both the bones and the cartilage form the skeletal system. So skeletal system consists of bones and cartilage. Bones provide a framework to the body and form the basic body structure. They give shape and support to the body. Bones protect the body and its delicate organs. So children, bones are very important for our body because without bone, we have no structure. Bones are mainly made up of calcium and phosphorus. Production of blood cells takes place in soft and spongy bone marrow present in the bones. Then the skeletal system consists of the following parts: skull, backbone, rib cage, girdles and limb bones. First we discuss about skull. The skull is the most important structure in our skeleton because it houses our brain, means the house of our brain. Our skull provides the framework for most of our sensory organs such as eyes, ear, tongue and nose. Our skull is made up of two parts, cranium and facial bones. Here you see, this is the figure of our skull. This part is known as, back side part is known as cranium and front part is known as facial bones. Inside the cranium, brain is present. Then the part of the skull which is a hard box like case in which the brain lies in the brain box or cranium. This is like one box and inside the box brain is present and this box is known as children cranium. It is made of several flat bones joined together. These joints cannot move. So these bones, this cranium cannot move. We can move a certain part of the skull. When we speak, the lower jaw bone moves. Lower jaw means children this side, okay? This is our lower jaw and this is our upper jaw. The lower jaw is the only movable bone of our skull and it is also called the mandible. So children, lower jaw is also known as mandible. Now look at the picture. This is cranium. This is our eye. This is nasal cavity. This is teeth and this is mandible or lower jaw. Clear? Now children, we discuss about backbone. The backbone is the central part of the skeletal system. All the other bones in the body are connected directly or indirectly to the backbone. The backbone is made of 33 small bones called vertebrae. They are placed one above the other, though cartilage is present between the vertebra to cushion them and absorb shock. So children, this is the figure of a backbone and small 33 pieces of bones are there and between the two vertebrae cartilage are there for protection. Each vertebra has a cavity or hole in the middle. The spinal cord, a bundle of nerves connected to the brain, runs through this cavity. Here in between one cavity is there, means one hollow structure is there. The backbone protects the spinal cord from injury. So children, backbone protects the spinal cord from injury. The curved shape of the backbone and the cartilage between the vertebra prevents shock to the head when we walk or run. So children, this is the main reason that our backbone is curved shape, not straight. Okay. Then comes to rib cage. The rib cage is formed of flat long bones. It consists of a bone in the front called the sternum and 12 pairs of long bones called the ribs that attach the backbone to the sternum. So children, this is the front bone and this is known as sternum. Okay. And the back bones means these ring structures are known as rib and their number is 12. The rib cage is located in the chest region. Okay, in our chest region, this rib cage is present. Ribs in the rib cage are divided into 3 types: true ribs, false ribs, and floating ribs. The first 7 pairs of bones are called the true ribs. So children, first 7 pairs ribs are known as true ribs. These bones are connected to the spine or backbone at the back side. Then the next 3 pairs of bones are called false ribs. After 7, then another 3 pairs of ribs are known as false ribs. The bones are slightly shorter than the true ribs and are connected to the spine at the back. However, instead of being attached directly to the sternum in the front, the false ribs are attached to the lowest true rib. Okay. First 7 pairs are true ribs and they are larger one. Then 3 pairs are known as false ribs and they are smaller than the true ribs. Okay. True ribs, then false ribs. Then comes to floating ribs. The last 2 sets of ribs bones are known as floating ribs. Floating ribs are smaller than both the true ribs and the false ribs. See, last 2 pairs are known as floating ribs and they are smallest one. They are attached to the spine at the back but are not connected to anything in the front. This helps in breathing and also protects the internal organs like heart and lungs. So children, this rib cage is protect our heart and lungs. Okay. So children, total ribs are 12 pairs. First 7 pairs are true ribs. Then second 3 pairs are known as false ribs. Then last 2 pairs are known as floating ribs. You remember 7 plus 3 plus 2. Okay. Clear about rib cage? Then comes to limbs or arms and legs. We have 2 pairs of limbs. These are upper limbs and lower limbs. Upper limbs for arms and lower limbs for legs. The lowest bone of upper arm is called humerus. The humerus is attached with the shoulder girdle with the help of a joint. The lower arm is made of other 2 bones. two long bones called radius and ulna. The wrist and the hand have several small bones. These allow us to hold objects and carry out fine movements like writing, drawing, etc. So children, this is the figure of upper limb. This is known as humerus. This upper part is known as humerus, and this is radius. Radius on the thumb side. Okay, this is radius. And this is ulna. Lower one is ulna on the little finger side. Then, like arms, each leg is also divided as thigh and lower leg. The upper leg has the longest bone of the body called femur or thigh bone. It is attached with the hip bone with the help of hip joint. The lower leg also has two bones called the tibia and the fibula. The feet and the ankle have several small bones. The bones of legs are very strong to support the entire weight of the body. So children, this is the figure of lower limbs. This is femur part or thigh bone. This is pelvis and this is tibia. Okay. And this one is fibula. So these are your limb structure. Children, you remember what is thigh bone, what is femur, tibia, fibula, and here you remember what is humerus, ulna, and what? And radius. Okay. Then comes to shoulder girdle. Then the shoulder bone or shoulder girdle is attached to the upper arm and is formed by two bones, muscles and tendons. These bones are called clavicle and scapula. Let's see. This is clavicle, this is tendon, and this is scapula and humerus. Then pelvic girdle. There are two pelvic girdles, one for each lower limbs, joined each with each other in the middle by symphysis pubis. Each pelvic girdle is a single bone in adults and is made up of three smaller bones. These bones are ilium, ischium and pubis. So children, this is the pelvic girdle and this is ilium, scannum, ischium, pubis and pubis symphysis. This mid part is known as pubis symphysis. Then function of skeleton. The skeleton performs some important functions that are necessary for human beings. Let us discuss. It gives strength, support and shape to the body. Without a hard and rigid skeletal system, the human body cannot stand upright and it will become just like a bag of soft tissues without any proper shape. The skeleton protects the inner soft vital organs like the heart, brain and lungs from external shocks. Bones of the body are attached to the muscles. These muscles and bones together bring about movements of body parts. Bones are also the site of production of new blood cells. So children, today for this much, again you read up to function of skeleton and whatever important or underlined sentence you learn. Next class we will discuss about joints. Thank you.